Hey kids. I'm going to do another video, of course. So, I think it's a big deal right now that the healthcare reforms are happening in the States. It's cool. Canada, I don't know how long we've had Medicare for, but it's been a while. And it's a good system because if you get really sick, then you go and you get taken care of. And it doesn't cost you anything because you're paying taxes for it, which is cool. But for the amount of taxes we pay, our system should be a lot better. I remember I had a hangnail that went bad one time and my finger swelled up. It was like fucking... And I went in, and it took 4.5 hours, and I still didn't get seen. And I was starting to get the shakes really bad, and I was getting fucking irate. And I was the only one in the waiting room. And there were people that got there that went in ahead of me, and I didn't understand. There was one doctor on call for the entire Moncton region, which is 150,000 people with surrounding areas. One doctor. What? The system's not perfect by any means, not any stretch of the word. I know it's expensive to run all this shit, but on the other hand, there's a lot of tax money that's going in a lot of areas that is not being asked by us. Our healthcare should be, it doesn't have to be the best in the world, but I can see waiting a half hour at the most, but any more than that is fucking a slap in the face. What they should have is one doctor on call for quickies. It would have taken about a minute for someone to put a local anesthetic on my finger, to put a syringe in there, suck all the crap out, and then clean it up, bandage, send me on my way. It would have taken about a minute. So I had to wait 4.5 hours for something that was going to take a minute. If you have something that's going to take a lot longer, then, whatever, wait your turn. But there should be something, if it's just something that's fucking, very super quick. Boom. And if there's no quickies, then he helps take the workload off the rest. But anyway, it's a little silly. So down in the States, healthcare is happening, which is cool. And there's still people that aren't happy. It's no matter what happens. If things stay the same, everyone's unhappy. If things change, everyone's unhappy. And there's still those political cartoons coming out making fun of Barack Obama, which is stupid because you guys just had Bush. Bush was like a fucking pox. The fucking little bird that goes... That bird was probably a better president than Bush. So if you get anybody else in office, you should be like, thank you, thank you, thank you. If all the guy does is poop in his desk all day, you should be thankful because he's better than Bush. That's just, no one's ever happy, which is kind of silly. Anyway, my video's not about that. It's about karma. I'm really irritated with the whole, words like karma and destiny and all this shit. It makes me very angry that people will write things off. For instance, you have a friend that's been your friend forever, and then steals something from you, and you know they stole it, and they lie about it, and then you're not friends anymore. A lot of people say, I'm not going to do anything to the guy because karma will get him. There's not some rating out of 100 that he stole from you, so that's a 20 out of 100. And something equally on the negative side, minus 20, is going to happen and balance it out. It does not happen that way. There are people who will live their entire lives stealing, fucking everybody over, cheating on their girlfriends or boyfriends, just basically being a total cocksucker their whole lives, and nothing bad is ever going to happen to them. In this afterlife deal, maybe something that's going to, you have to pay, you have a balance you have to fix or something, but we don't even know if there is one. No one knows. You can't know. Anyway, never do that karma thing. Karma's something bad going to happen. If you have the opportunity to make something happen to them, you should. Find the guy, take $100 out of his wallet and say, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, we're not friends anymore. Don't ever let karma do it, because that's like a cop-out. That's like letting fate, that's another word that pisses me off, letting fate do it. It bothers me when people say everything happens for a reason, because as I'm walking up the stairs and I step in a pile of dog shit, because maybe dog took a shit on the stairs, that didn't have to happen. Then when things like that happen, I'm like, that didn't need to happen. I didn't step in dog shit and then that triggered a series of events and then something really good came of it. Oh, I'm glad I stepped in that dog shit. It's not like that. On a technical level, yes, everything does happen for a reason. When I hit my head on the ceiling, it's too low. That means I didn't duck. It didn't happen for a reason. I mean, it did happen for a reason that I didn't see it coming, or, whatever, the ceiling was built too low or I'm too tall and I hit my head. But not like everyone thinks it does. This whole everything happens for a reason bullshit shit happens to everybody, good and bad. I mean, you have people that are such nice motherfuckers, work their ass off their whole lives, and will end up with fuck all and have terrible things happen their whole lives, because terrible things happen to everybody and good things happen to everybody. So if someone's a dickhead and something bad happens to them, it's not karma, right? You can't. It's not for us to decide if that's karma or not. Even I don't think there is a karma, but it pretty much only has as much power as a person is willing to give it. So it's pretty amazing that the power of the human mind, right? Like if you're superstitious about something, you can kind of make it happen if you're superstitious enough, if you believe enough in it, which is really silly. So it almost makes you wonder, where should we put our beliefs in? If you believe in yourself strongly, I mean, that's one of the best things that you can do. But don't do this karma thing. Don't say it's destiny. Don't say it's fate. All this other bullshit. Like people go on American Idol all the time, and they get this fucking doe-eyed look in their face. Like, oh, I'm gonna make it because I believe, because that's my destiny. I want it. There's a lot of things I want in life. I want them pretty bad, and they're never gonna happen. So you get people blindly fucking going on. I don't watch the show regularly. I just used to watch it when my ex used to watch it. They believe so fucking adamantly that they're gonna win because they want it, and it's almost like getting a logical fallacy. I don't know much about this type of thing, but I looked it up, and it's like if you buy a lotto ticket, even though your odds of winning are pretty much zero, you might as well just set the ticket on fire. You believe you're going to win, and I mean, I do the same thing. I buy a lotto ticket, I'm like, I'm going to win this time. It's the same thing with this whole destiny thing. I mean, you have to want it. You have to be, really put everything into it, but you also have to be a good singer to win American Idol. You almost have to be better than good. You have to have something unique that no one else has. I mean, if you think about how many singers you've heard in your life, there's, 1 billion singers, and they're all amazing. But there's only a few that really, 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 really stand out. And amongst those, there's only a few that really, really stand out. So it's like a pyramid, really. You get your best singer who's ever lived, which, based on votes, was Aretha Franklin. And I mean, I don't know much about Aretha Franklin, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. If that many people believe she's the best singer that's ever lived, then hey, cool. But then you got a pyramid, like where, you got your guys that are local lounge singers that are total dog shit. They're at the bottom. And you see a lot of that on American Idol. Anyway, it doesn't matter how hard you believe you want something. It's not going to happen. There's no fate. There's no karma. There's no everything happens for a reason. Never, ever, ever just give away something like that. Because what it is, you say, I'm going to apply for American Idol. I may not be that good, but it's my destiny to win. So you're not putting any work into becoming good. You're just saying, I'll win because I believe it. It's pathetic. Or that karma thing where you're like, everything happens for a reason. Karma will get him later. You're passing the buck really on getting even with the guy. And I mean, I don't mean getting even as in going out and beating his head in with a pipe wrench, even though that would be great. But what lesson I've had to learn in my life many times, and it's something that I've forgotten and had to relearn, is you need to stand up for yourself. If someone fucks you over, you need to approach them and poke them in the chest and say, I want this fixed. So standing up for yourself is one of the greatest lessons I've ever learned, and it's something that has changed my life, like recently actually, with work and everything. Work was being a total cock to me. I mean, there was a guy that was fucking with me at work, and I didn't stand up to him, and that's a lesson that I've had to learn like more than one time. I hate confrontation, so this guy kept beaking off at me at work, and I never got a chance to fix it. But next time I go back, and I'm gonna get in his face and say, don't do this. I'm not happy with you. I can't physically beat your face in, but, I'll get in your face if that's what it takes. So it's something that you gotta, if somebody fucks with you gotta stand up for yourself. This is a lesson I've had to learn many times. You can't just say, he bullied me, so karma will get him back. It's not gonna happen. So anyway, my coffee is starting to burn out right now. I'm fucking still trying to wake up, but thought I would just do another quickie on karma. I think there was a couple other points I was going to make about destiny, karma, and I hate these fucking words. Basically, you have your own luck, your own karma, your own destiny. You make it. I mean, the only thing you can do really is look back on your life when it's done and say, karma guided me, or karma did this, karma did that. But that's you using your imagination to fill in the blanks. It's kind of like a hockey game, really. I see hockey as a whole bunch of little random events that happen. But when you're done watching the game, you'll think back and be like, oh yeah, the offense had the defense on the run the whole time, or vice versa, or you basically build a rationale around a whole shitload of random events. It's what it is, really. Same thing with anything, really, but yeah, I think I'm